This is an update on AMC, which moved 95% today, and that is after moving roughly 20% a day for the last week. The stock had a high of 75 after opening around 35, and this is the price of the stock that you can see here on the screen. The red and green dots indicate where people were buying stock or selling stock. Green for buying, red for selling. Now, what we really want to talk about, though, is the options flow. And you can see that what we're doing here is measuring the real-time options flow on this cumulative line, this cumulative indicator at the bottom of your screen. So that if the number is positive and this chart is moving higher, that is bullish flow entering the market. And then if it sells off or this indicator switches, indicating that bearish flow, people are buying puts, for example, is coming into the market. So you can see that as the stock opened, as the market opened, with the stock around 35 bucks a share, it was bullish flow that initially entered the market. And you can see how closely these two track. You can see that the options flow really syncs with the stock flow. But then something interesting happens around 12 o'clock. The hero indicator, which is the real-time options indicator, top out and indicates here that options put buyers or call sellers really entered the market in AMC, and that was the flow for the remainder of the day. The part that's curious is at 12 o'clock, 12:15, all of these meme stocks, GameStop, BlackBerry, AMC, all accelerate at almost the exact same time. So AMC goes from 50 up to 60. GameStop, which will show in a second, popped as well, and the stock just went crazy. Now, there was this volatility halt, which is this red bar here, and then the stock kind of recovers. For all of these stocks to pop at the same time, to us, seems like maybe a margin call. I don't have any evidence of that. It's just simply a theory, but we're going to see tonight if any news comes out like that. Oftentimes, these margin calls don't get reported. It could have been some type of algo gone crazy, but it wasn't likely that retail coordinated to all buy at the exact same time. And the timing of this, the fact that all these stocks moved at the same time, was just very curious. Now, also the other fact here is that the options market did not really keep buying once AMC broke the 50 level. That's kind of where this topped out. And then the flow in the stock more or less trades sideways, but obviously at this incredible new price of $62 to $65. Now, if we look at GameStop, we can see where that acceleration event was as well. You can see here it's 12:15. The stock goes through the roof. It's paused, and much like AMC, it trades sideways. You see very strong bullish flow enter right as GameStop hits 300, but then into the afternoon, the bullish options flow picks back up, and the stock starts to rise, and currently is around $285 a share. The other amazing part of this, we did a video earlier talking about how 40 was the largest call open interest in the name, and we thought that was a number that would come into play into this Friday's expiration. Well, what happened is massive call flows at much higher strikes. So just take a quick look at some of these. This is the 40 strike here. You can see 100,000 calls trade at 40. Here you can see 100,000 calls trade at 50. Again, at 60 is the same thing. And then again here, there's 233,000 calls traded at the 73 strike, which going into today was the highest available strike. These are massive call volumes, and they greatly outpace the open interest. This is the open interest column here. And so the fact that these volumes are so much larger than open interest implies this is new volume, new traders coming into the market. We're likely to see a jump in open interest at higher strikes. And for Friday, that means that that floor that we've been talking about is probably no longer at 40. It's probably up closer to 50 or 60, depending on where all of this flow shakes out. So we still think that Thursday night or Friday morning is going to be the top in the stock for the week, and that it will come down off of those whatever highs it is. It's likely to have a weekday on Friday, a selling day on Friday, because market makers can unwind long stock hedges as this giant amount of gamma expires on Friday. And then the question is going to be, do all these traders again reload on Monday? We have to wait until Monday to figure that out. But just the cycle of flow means that regardless of what happens tomorrow, we think that Friday will likely be a weak day in AMC and GameStop because of the fact that so much options are set to expire at the 4 p.m. close Eastern time on Friday. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And you can also visit us at SpotGamma.com to get free trials